Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening from here in Tunisia. We're in Sfax. We're heading to Monastir. This is an unbelievably short flight. This is only a 70-mile flight, so I doubt they'd use a... I don't know if they would use an Airbus in reality. Maybe they would. Anyway, I want to talk more about this livery, which we've seen glimpses of in previous flights, and it's like a sort of a gazelle thing on the tail. I quite like that. It's really nice, isn't it? So yeah, not a bad looking livery at all, actually. All in all, I've got to say. Still think this writing this end seems... just looks wonky to me, I don't know why. This side looks alright. I don't know, it's like... Anyway, without further ado, let's get underway. This is an evening flight, as you can see, as I've already mentioned. So let's get back on board and get underway. As I say, a very, very short flight this one. Incredibly short. And we seem to be on the, for some reason, on the general aviation apron, so we have to take a little bit of artistic license to get to the runway. That worked well, didn't it? Let's see where we actually are. Yes, we're on the military apron, apparently. Oops. I should have looked at my chart a bit better before I clicked the spot. Anyway, just use your imagination, alright? It's not that I'm known for keeping things 100% realistic on this channel anyway, is it? Those of you who've seen me taxiing. Okay, APU, I tell you what, we can do some light actually. Maybe you master switch. So, you won't be surprised to learn that we won't be cruising at 30-odd thousand feet for this one. We're actually cruising at 10,000 feet. So there we go, 10,000 feet on this unbelievably short flight. There we are. Interesting, I had a quick look to see if there's any, because I did like a random route thing in Sim Toolkit Pro, and it came up with this. That's where I got it from. But when I look at real world flights happening between these two, there's nothing. So I guess at some point they must have operated this route, otherwise it wouldn't have been on Sim Toolkit What's a thing. But yeah, so that's where we are in relation to that. We need to get some lights on in here, folks, so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. There we go. We've got enough light overhead. Brilliant. Right, so we have life. APU start. So I literally sit in the cockpit for the whole of this flight. It's pointless me going off and doing anything else, because by the time I get up there, it'll be time to come back down again. So yeah, as I said, a real short one. I wasn't expecting it to be quite this short. If you bleed on. Let's get those deers lined up, shall we? 1, 2, 3. There we go, emergency lights. Yeah, strobe lights. Auto. The altimeter set, I think we've already done that. And we can program up the FMC already. There we go. So, we are in DTTX. And we're heading to DTMB. DTMB. Bing. Brilliant. Cost index, Tunisair, I imagine, must be the flag carrier, right? So we'll put 40 in. And our cruising level, 100. There we are. Zero fuel rate, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? 21.5 down. Block fuel today, 4.7. We're light, understandably. Going up 2 dots. We're light, understandably. Right, so we are departing out from DTX on runway 33, and that's taking the Cadre 1B departure. Cadre 1B departure. Awesome. And then from Cadre, it's A411. A411. That takes us up to Elgem. And then it's actually straight in. Oh, Tunisair have CRJ, that would be an ideal plane to use on this. And then the Alger 1 arrival, so DTMB arriving on our runway 7 apparently. Oh, that's 7, there we go. Via the LG 1R arrival, that's the one folks, right there. There we go, no vias, that's Rhinos. Let's check we can't go via Rhinos. Oh, we do want to take Rhinos, so that's good. Yeah, via Rhinos, there we go, brilliant. Go to the performance page, V-speeds in. Let's see quite low the V-speeds. And flight directors on. Okay, and we're very nearly ready to push back. We'll have to taxi on down to the end of the runway and spin ourselves round. We're departing, what runway did I say we're departing out from? Runway, God, I can't remember now. Right, that one, so to the left. Runway 33, okay. Ah, cool. Right, so let's see, we got all that sorted out. Let's program clock. TCAS, let's get that all dialed in. Let's see whether it's testing this. Stairs are aligned, doors, stairs, seatbelts, nice making beacon can all come on. Beacon light on. Let's brighten that up a bit so we see what we're doing. There we go, we'll get the fuel pumps all on now. So we won't really get very far without those, will we? Okay, ready for push back and start now, really. So we'll use like the manual pushback things. I'm not going to bother to call that stupid cart thing. And we'll just have to make sure we don't push back too far, otherwise we're going to have problems. There we go. That's I've somehow got to work our way down to the runway, so yes, it's going to be interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board this Tunisair flight to Monastir, which is surrounded by water. It looks really nice. But how much of that we'll see with the daylight rapidly fading is another matter. So we'll actually get ourselves airborne, and then we'll have to plug in the arrival. It's mental. So there we go, ignition selector back to normal. APU bleed can come off now. Back's on, ground spoiler's armed, auto brake max. Flaps. APU master switch. Anti-ice. Those like parking brakes. Weather radar. Takeoff config is normal. Right, let's try and find a way to the runway, shall we? Oh, excuse me. Off. Without flattening any aircraft. There's a taxiway here somewhere. There it is. Supposed to be a runway here somewhere, allegedly. Oh, I hate runways without lit centre lines. Why? Is it just to save on the bloody energy or something? Put some extra lighting on so we can see a bit better. Hopefully they've left some room for us to turn around at the end, otherwise it can get a bit awkward. How long is this runway? 8,000 feet. There should be another one near the end. There she is. Okay, we're all lined up, ready to go. So, backs off, take off. Got all the lights sorted. Do you believe? Yes, but that's the laps to. Oh, we haven't got the strobes on yet, have we? Where's the strobes? I need my strobes. There we go. Awesome. Mantoga SRS. Does rate, gear up, autopilot, packs, flaps. Lights. Seatbelts. QNH. Right, let's get arrival information then. Weather request. Meta. Messages. Let's print that out. I believe how short this flight is. Still can't get over it. 1014 on a QNH. Temperature is 26. No, crap. 26. There. Magnitude wind. I'm trying to bloody read that now. 150 at 5 knots. 50/5. And radio altimeter call out on SO7. And straight in on 300. Go, flight plan. So we leveled off already? Yeah, pretty much. There we are. So all we're cruising at today, folks, is 10,000 feet. And very shortly we'll be beginning our descent. Does it look like a red moon? That's cool. So, yeah, we need to descend to what altitude? 3,000 feet. Get a little bit closer first before we do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall soon be arriving in our destination on this very, very short flight. Gee, I mean, 70 miles, you could bloody... I don't know what the roads are like. Maybe it's because of the roads, I don't know. But it's a very, very short flight, isn't it? Or are you on an island or something? I don't know. It's interesting. Some quick look. Well, it would have been nice to have brought you a longer flight, but you know, I go with what I get rostered, so this is all you're getting. See, a Monastir is just like on a little, oh, that's nice. Little sticky outy bit there, there we go. From Sfax. So we're here in Tunisia, of course, Tunisair. And it's a night flight. To be honest, I kind of would like a day flight to see what the scenery looks like, but I still like night flights. So. Again, because there was no scheduled flight, I just used like a random time generator for my departure. It gave me like 7:45 in the evening, so that's where we're at with that. Okay, we can begin a slow descent. We want to go down 3,000 feet. And we'll wait a little bit longer because you look at that dog leg we've got to fly. That puts us a lot further out. So yeah, we'll wait a little bit, I think. Although having said that, we need a bit 3,000 feet there, so yeah, maybe we'll start a slow descent down. There we go. So yeah, descending already. Let's take it down about that. There we go. Local sake. Local QNH. There we are. So that's it. That is really how short this flight is. Oh boy. That's brilliant. And on arrival we'll want to vacate to the left. But yeah, it's yeah, interesting, very interesting. Even shorter than some of my GA flights, you know, that I do. Obviously we're flying considerably faster, so it won't take anywhere near as long. I just can't really imagine why this flight actually exists. I mean, obviously at the moment it doesn't. I just don't know why it came up on that random flight thing from SimToolkit Pro. Because I just struggle to imagine a flight like this has ever existed. But here we are doing it, so obviously when I not really familiar with Tunisia, so when I saw the locations I didn't imagine that they were as close as they are, so we'll just we'll make it work. Tell you what, we can actually decrease our altitude a little bit. We want to get down 3,000 feet now because we're not a million miles away from our arrival track. And we'll start slowing ourselves down as well. Should be alright to get where we need to be in time. Ease it up a little bit actually. There we go. I just switched all these off. We go one notch on the flaps. Rearm that speed brake. How much runway have we got to play with? 9,700 feet, that's pretty reasonable. Such a short flight. It's just crazy. In the time it probably takes you to check in and get on the plane, wait for your plane, you could probably just bloody driven it. It's mad. So yeah, no idea if this flight, I mean if it ever has existed, I really doubt they use an A320. I mean there are short commercial flights, don't get me wrong. There are some very short commercial flights. So yeah, you know, maybe this is a thing. But so just imagine they use a much smaller plane. Anyway, we're nearly there. It's a shame we're not approaching the daylight, because looking at the charts, as I say, it's by the water, it looks quite scenic. Would have been nice to have seen it in the daytime, but we'll no doubt we'll get something nice to look at as we come into land, hopefully. See where our next random flight will give us, hopefully something a little bit longer. Have flown to, yeah, we've done Tunis, didn't we, with I think Egypt Air, wasn't it, somebody? So we have been this part of the world before, a bit further up. So, let's see how nicely our Tunisair pilots here can bring us into land, shall we? As we turn in. Oh yeah, we got we got down in plenty of time, jeez. That's always panic and get down too quickly. VNAV is a wonderful thing. If I had a mind to, I could probably work out a calculation based on my airspeed and distance of what I need my descent rate to be, but I'll just do it off the top of my head based on typical descent rates when VNAV is enabled. Monastir. Sounds like a kind of place that is really nice. I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure it is, but it's just one of those names where you hear it and you think, "Oh, that sounds. I bet that's a nice place." This is where I find it's like some industrial metropolis. Let's have a look. Images of Monastir. Yeah, that's nice. There you go. Told you. It's got like some big, some kind of fort thing, and nice palm tree lined beaches. That looks really nice, actually. Yeah, cool. There you go. Told you my instinct was right. There's our airport. Let's get our little thing recording. There we go. We'll lock onto the Luke lock. Hey, steady on there. There we go. not an offset localizer, is it? Doesn't appear to be. Look at that moon. Oh my word. I love it, the way it tints it red. That's awesome. Okay, we want to think about slowing down for landing in a minute. Let's focus. That moon is really distracting me. If this landing doesn't go well, I'm blaming it on that moon. Okay, let's get the gear down as we hit the glide slope. We're descending on the glide slope now. Full flaps. The wind is behind us at 7. I know what we had, so we need to put a bit of rudder into the left on landing.
2,500.
In order. Oh, that moon. Stop looking at the moon! I need my co-pilot to block it. Right, look at the runway, not the moon. We're not Neil Armstrong. Not landing there, we're landing on this runway. It's just, I'm going to have to cover the up part of my monitor in a minute because that's still distracting the hell out of me. It just looks so good. Right, let's get ready, let's focus on... I wonder if pilots ever in real life get distracted by things like that. Maybe not when they've seen it 5 million times, but probably certainly at the beginning, like, oh look at that, that's amazing, oh crap, it's supposed to be landing, go around. I bet it's happened. The wind's not quite... I've got a tailwind. Why is it giving us to land this way then? Stupid thing, should come in the other direction. Never mind. We'll work with it. It doesn't anywhere have centre lights anymore. How annoying I find that.
1,000.
Oh, that hasn't been checked. Stand by, disengage autopilot. Oh, you can see the water. Well, I can on my screen, I don't know if you will be able to on YouTube. Okay, my aircraft. Let's bring
500.
home. Sort of wobbling a bit. Yeah, a bit high.
100 above.
Nose, get that nose down. Back a bit. There we are, back on
Minimum
profile.
300.
Let it drift. That's really blinding, those Oh, we've come too far the other way now. Oh, we're making a pig of this.
100.
Right, just recovered it at the end there, though.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Tell you what. I think we recovered that nicely because we really let it drift off all over the shock. Many braking. Welcome to Monastir, folks. That was an enjoyable one. Gotta figure out where I'm going to park this thing now. Over here, I reckon. We'll do the trick. There we go. Replay mode quickly. Yeah, it was like a 20-minute flight. Landing rate 2686, so firmish, but still acceptable. Right, let's go back and have a look at the replay and take some epic screenshots.
$2,500.
Zoom in on this. You can. Actually, can you? Zoom level. Oh yeah. There we go. That's what I want. God, that's going to make an epic screenshot. Brilliant. Got the screenshot I wanted to get. Made the beans seem really big. So yeah, landing a little bit firm. I think considering how I was going off all over the place at one point, I think we recovered that quite nicely. That was a nice livery, yeah, I do like this. So that's a thumbs up for me on this livery as well. I always like to rate the liveries of the airlines I fly, and the guest ones. And yeah, I approve of this one, I like it, looks nice. That's definitely a gazelle on the tail, right? With the lines coming out, so like showing its speed or something, would be my guess. Unless there's some Tunisian antelope type thing similar to a gazelle. So I may stand corrected on that. But whatever it is, I like it. Okay. Oh, good, that moon reflection on the water there. That is equally good. I'm spot for screenshots on this one. Oh boy. And as you see, we come down and yeah, that was a reasonable landing. Right, we'll get the wing view and then we'll bid you farewell. So coming into land here. So this just about brings us to the end of this flight. I realise you had a choice of flights. Thank you very much for choosing this ridiculously short one. Wish you a pleasant onward browsing journey, hopefully in the direction of some of my other videos on this channel. And we will hopefully welcome you back on board again very soon. So from here in Monastir, I leave you with a nice wing view of our arrival into the Tunisian city. So cool flying new places, I absolutely freaking love it. And this is a great little destination, isn't it? One day we have a replay mode that is not buggy, but it's better than nothing. So I can't complain too much. I'm not sinking. It's a reasonable landing. There we go. Farewell for now. Till next time.